from Michael Irvin, friend of the show. Or maybe Michael Irvin needs to get a talking to from us. I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. This is the Fishbowl. That is the Star, a Tuesday Cowboy Player Day off. We will be back inside Cowboys headquarters, of course, on Wednesday. And a provocative Wednesday morning breakfast at Fish and Ease, 720. Please invite your friends. Invite them right now. Also, hit the like button right now. That tells the algorithms that you want real live cowboy information in your YouTube programming and not jibba jabba. You can also subscribe to what we do here. It's free and worth every penny. Nowhere in Cowboys Nation is there a bigger booster for all good things Cowboys than Michael Irvin. Agreed? By the way, speaking of boosters, thank you, BetUS, for boosting this very program. And by the way, thank you to 72,000 fish heads for being involved as you are as well. Nobody, as much as you love him, you don't love him more than Michael Irvin. Tied. You're tied. By the way, a subtle sidebar. You know that Troy Aikman loves him too. Did you know that? You do know that, don't you? Loves him in his way. He cares. That's why he gets a little frustrated sometimes. If he didn't care, he wouldn't get frustrated. So we've got Irvin doing a podcasty thing. Michael, why don't you just come on here and do it? We're your vehicle, baby. We'll take you anywhere you want to go. Irvin, passion for America's team, unwavering. Support for America's team, almost always unwavering. Almost always. Irvin goes on the Come and Talk to Me podcast, and he shares his concerns about his beloved boys. And he's speaking frankly with some brutal truths about the 3-3 Cowboys. And he's not liking it. It is Irvin's opinion that the up and down defense is unfixable. That's what what do I know? I'm just a broke down old sports writer. That's odd to me to say that the defense is what it is, but the offense, we could really get something going there. I'm not sure what Michael's thinking is there, past what I'm about to discuss with you. Cowboys defense up and down, obviously. Cowboys offense, to me, riding the same roller coaster. And Irvin's opinion is, let's go offense and let's go get us an immediate, beneficial talent boost. It's a grand idea. It's a conventional wisdom idea. But, Michael, don't bet on it. By the way, thanks again to BetUS for their support of this program. Don't forget to head on over to betus.com. Use the promo code YouTube150 for a nice 150% bonus up to $2,000. Thank you, BetUS, and thank you, fish heads in Cowboy Nation. Irvin quote, that thing on the wall that says break glass in case of emergency, crack that bleep right now. Crack it. Irvin says, I'm sounding the alarm for the help that they need on offense. I'm not sounding the alarm that even with DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons coming back, that's going to be sufficient enough to stop the holes and the bleeding on that defense. So I'm just sounding the alarm on offense. Okay, time out here. Tank Lawrence shouldn't even be in this conversation. He's a non-issue now. You cross your fingers. Michael Parsons trying to come back for this week against San Francisco. Seems unlikely. He called it up in the air, and then he said he's trying to beat the odds. If you're trying to beat the odds, that means the odds are against you doing it. But Irvin said, even when Mike and Tank come back, the defense is they're going to be a roller coaster. Sorry. So let's fix the offense. Now he was at the time talking about let's go get Devontae Adams. And gosh, I hate to lecture Michael Irvin, I know he's familiar with our program and with cowboyscountry.com, as I know you are. Cowboyscountry.com. That was never happening. Nothing like that was ever happening. Is there anything like less than that could happen now? Oh, I'm sure Micah can now as we speak here, Michael could turn his attention to Cooper Kupp. Go get Cooper Kupp. The Rams are apparently in seller mode. There's gossip about Matthew Stafford of Minnesota. There's gossip about Cooper Kupp, and on and on and on. Irvin, I'm just sounding the alarm, and I'm breaking the glass, saying, go get me some help on this offense, because I know you can't fix that defense. But yeah, the glass is broken. I know that Michael is not ignorant about the realities of Dallas's cap plans. Not, by the way, and I know you're not ignorant either because you watch the show, not Dallas's cap limitations, as Jerry keeps mistakenly suggest. It's not about the cap limitations. It's about the cap plans. It's not that they don't have cap room. It's what they want to do with it. They have $22 million of cap room today. And you know what they want to do with it? Roll it over in the next year, at which point they'll have over $50 million of the cap room. Then go do something with it, blow it up, remodel, as we've been talking about since February. The idea of trading for Adams, who, of course, last week dealt from the Raiders to the Jets, was never a possibility here. The Amari Cooper thing, we've explained. Jerry, by the way, kind of got in his own way a little bit, trying to explain it, made it way too complicated. Mr. Shane RJ, Mr. RJ and Choppy Show, just between us girls now, we went for the money. And what he was trying to say is, we wanted to get out. We didn't care about the 5th round pick. We wish we'd have obviously wish we got higher, better. We needed to get out from under that $20 million. We don't want to pay $20 million for Amari Cooper. That's what he's saying. Just say it. That's what I said. We broke that story, by the way, and have explained it. There's 72,000 people in the Cowboys' entire world that understand what they were doing. And then there's the other millions of people that think how stupid it was because they only got a 5. Wish they would have gotten more. Maybe with a little patience or better negotiating, they could have. But that was a trade dump. They were giving him away. The Browns, people are going, yeah, but the Bills just got him for a 3rd. That's because the Browns paid the freight. The Browns are paying the $20 million contract. That's how much they wanted to get rid of him too. He had a fine debut, of course, with Josh Allen. Good for him. We're seeing all these dumb guesses and predictions and fake rumors that all conflict with what you know. The Cowboys are not interested in taking on players with too much age, too much salary, and a contract beyond this year. Listen, and Jerry said this week on the Fan, Derrick Henry didn't fit our scheme. That's ridiculous. That's not true. Derrick Henry doesn't fit your scheme, but Ezekiel Elliott does? First of all, that's ridiculous. Second of all, once that Derrick Henry played in your scheme, whatever that is, that's different from their scheme, and he went for an 81-yard run, maybe you change your scheme a little bit. If your scheme was, now Derrick Henry, our scheme is really about Rico. So Derrick Henry, you can come here for 1 year and $2 million, but you're not going to play much. You don't fit our. As soon as Derrick Henry got on the field and ran for 81 yards, whatever it is that doesn't work, doesn't fit in our scheme, we'd change it if we had a brain in our heads. There was never again. If something changes on Alvin Kamara, you'll be the third to know. That's a lie, says Kamara, about that rumor. Could the Cowboys benefit from help at running back and receiver and defense too? That's not the question. Except maybe to Jerry, who keeps saying that Jerry, the GM, has done a terrific yard. He's whistling past the graveyard. What does that mean, Fish? Ask your grandparents. They'll tell you how. We can suggest smaller moves. We've talked about the Khalil Herbert thing, the third string running back. Little moves with guys that are cheap. I guess in theory, if they were cheap and young and a long-term deal, that'd be fine. You might do that. You might do that. You could, as we say in Texas. Or cheap and 1 year and young, take a look at it. You could. They won't. But otherwise, Michael can break all the glass that he wants to break. He can go running right down the hallway and break all the glasses. I was going to say run down the hallway of a hotel, but I'm not putting Michael Irvin back in a hotel without me standing there next to him. He can sound all the alarms. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. But as the November 5th trade deadline approaches, Dallas does not plan to fix the defense, which has given up 28 points a game, third worst in the NFL, by being a buyer and a trade buyer. And they are not planning to bring in more weapons for the Dak Prescott-led offense, which features the NFL's poorest rushing attack. They're the worst at running the ball. They're the third worst at giving up points. And in terms of inconsistency on offense, they're bottom dwellers too. The glass is broken. And in terms of where you and Michael Irvin want your Cowboys to be, so are the Cowboys. They can go to San Francisco and win. They're 7-point underdogs. 49ers are hurting. They've got Debo done for the year. They got McCaffrey, who hadn't played yet. And now, as of this morning, Ayuk out for the year. Debo's in the hospital with pneumonia. So maybe you catch a break. Maybe there isn't a losing streak right now. Maybe you survive the gauntlet. All those things are theoretically possible, of course. But right now, the glass is broken. The Cowboys kind of are too. So, what can really be done here? Jerry Jones just whispered it. Jerry Jones just leaked the two things that are about to happen here. I don't think they're hints. I don't think they're wishes. I don't think they're wannas. I think they're happening. Breakfast at Fishneys, Wednesday morning, 7:20. He leaks them, and I'll present them to you on a silver breakfast platter. Jerry's two leaks about a new Cowboys plan as we approach the deadline. Thank you, BetUS, and thank you to Fish Heads and Cowboy Nation. Fish out.